Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in sunny Edinburgh. With me I've got my good friend Ross Coppell, the owner of Seconds Out Fight Store here in Edinburgh. How are you, buddy?
I'm all good, mate. Yourself?
You good? Well, we're here to obviously let's have a good look at your shop,
Sounds
what you do for fighters and stuff like that, the people you support, the fighters you support I should say. They're two lovely dogs that'll probably get in the way.
Absolutely.
So,
cool.
you want to lead the way? Let's do it.
And you come. This is security.
Security.
Lexi,
that's one.
Lenny.
And this is the lazy one.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had these guys for about 3 years, 2 years now. They just turned 3, and they're class. Like, they're everyone's best friend. Honestly, they're like local celebrities. Everyone knows who they are in the area. They come in to say hello to them. They're brilliant dogs.
Good
I love them to bits. So yeah, this is the shop. We've been here coming up for five years this month. Is this the 1st of September? I think it is.
Tomorrow, is it?
Tomorrow then, yeah. So just basically a month away, 19th of September, I opened the shop on my 30th birthday. So yeah, coming up for the 5th anniversary. Crazy. So this is a shop. We stock stuff for Muay Thai, MMA, boxing obviously is my biggest market.
Nice t-shirts here, Thomas Hounds.
Kronk stuff, Cleto Rays, Fairtex. We've got some Nike stuff as well.
You're not just boxing, Ross, are you? You do Muay Thai and kickboxing and stuff like that for anyone that wants to, anything in the fight game,
100%, yeah, boxing, MMA, Muay Thai. My background's Muay Thai, so that was the reason for opening the shop. There was nowhere to buy equipment and kept saying for ages, like, why is nobody opening a shop in Edinburgh? There's got to be a market for it. And then thought,
not just Edinburgh, Scotland.
100%, yeah, definitely. There's very, very few shops, there still is in Scotland now, that supplies sort of stuff. So I thought, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. You know, what's the worst that happens? Like,
but you got some good stuff here. Look at this thing here.
100%.
Dry fit. Yeah, Nike stuff. Adidas boxing.
We've got accounts with all
Kronk.
the best brands in boxing. You know, we're the only only shop in Scotland that have got a Nike account, Reebok as well. You know, we just try and stock the best stuff, you know. So yeah, we've got our Nike boxing boots here, Adidas, Reebok. I'll give you a wee IFL exclusive as well. Nobody knows about this, but there's Nike are about to bring out the Macho Mize, the best-selling Macho Mize.
Josh Taylor's favourite boots.
Absolutely, the white ones at the back there. He won't wear anything else. So these have been out for about almost 10 years now, and they're finally bringing out some new colours. It's the same colours. It's still going to be black, white, blue, red, but they're doing a bit of a design twist on it. I'm going to put you on the spot,
Ross. You always do little sort of reviews of all your stock.
Yeah.
Give me a review on these boots right now.
Oh man,
give me a review. Come on the spot. Let's do
the
it.
Nike Macho Mize, this is like their classic boxing boot. Super lightweight, super comfortable. If people, you know, maybe don't want to spend £180 on a pair of boxing boots, this is an absolute winner. Josh Taylor wears them as well.
There you go.
Watch the review. Watch the review. You put me on the spot.
What's the YouTube channel?
100%. It's just Seconds Out Fight Store. Just starting out, so we're only on about 200 or 300 subscribers, but I'm just started up doing reviews and stuff like that on products and buyers guides, all that sort of stuff. So
if you want,
try to build on it.
Check out your YouTube channel.
100%.
Check it out.
I appreciate the love.
Oh, it's got to be Alex Arthur thing up here.
That was from the shop's second birthday. We got the evening news along to interview Alex and stuff and have a chat about the shop and everything, which is really cool. This is my favourite part of the shop.
That's my favourite part of the shop. You know, I come in here and I count every single one of these gloves. Every single one of them.
100%. Yeah. So we've got our nice floating shelves boxing gloves there. Nice display. So again, just try and stock the best stuff. We've usually got some nice winning gloves in as well, but they're a nightmare to get, so we're out of them just now. Sting, Reyes, just try and stock the best quality stuff.
Give me a review on a glove. No, I'm joking. Like, we've had a customer in this morning before we kick-started this interview, and when I came into the gym the other day, that I like these things. Yeah, they look the part. They look nice. They're lovely gloves, but it seems like the young kid that came in here today, he likes them as well. What's so good about these?
They're beautiful gloves. The nice matte black design is just completely unique. You see, there's no other glove on the market that's got this matte black colour. I'd love them to bring out a leather version of this that's maybe designed at more the higher end market, because this is a beginner's glove. It's only 50 quid. It's made from artificial leather, so it's a brilliant fitness glove, but the matte black design is so slick and clean and different, but it's not, for beginners, it's not like bright and in your face. You know, some people have the worry walking into the gym and all the gear and no idea, so they want something quite minimal and different.
That's
so
me.
This is you must be joking. No, so the matte black's just different from everything else that's on the market, but it's not going to make them
They do
stand
look
out in the
nice,
gym.
they do
They're
look
class.
nice.
They're beautiful gloves. Beautiful gloves. So yeah, they're an absolute winner.
What's your highest seller then, if you don't mind me asking, Ross? Which is your best selling glove?
Oh man, the winning stuff just flies out any time it comes in. But so difficult to get. It's they don't have the same sort of production and distribution that all the other brands do.
I know a couple of pro fighters that absolutely love winning gloves.
100%. When you look at a fighter that's training without when the sponsorship cameras aren't there or whatever, then or if they don't have a specific brand sponsoring them, they're wearing winning. It's the best stuff. 100% for protecting your hands, for quality, durability. You know, they're over 300 quid, but it's money well spent. I've never sold a pair and somebody's come back and said, wish I never paid that money for them, or it's a bit expensive. Everyone just raves about them. So if you can get your hands on them, they're the best.
I don't think I've ever wore a pair of winning gloves.
Have you not? I wish I had a pair to show you, mate. I will show you another wee exclusive we've got coming out. Adidas are just about to launch this brilliant new range of gloves.
Do you want me to come on the back? It's a bit messy back there, so we just stay the shop, the front of the shop.
100%. It's an absolute tip through there. My mates give me stick for it all the time. This is a new Adi Speed range from Adidas. I'll just pull this chair over actually. So this is the lace-up sparring glove and the Velcro training
nice
glove.
ones.
Beautiful, eh? Only 150 quid as well, 150 or 160 depending on the colourway you go for, but I swear it's the best glove Adidas have brought out.
We got a good view of that.
Yeah, so that's another small exclusive. Not many people have seen those gloves yet. There's only me that's reviewed them and one other YouTube channel, so yeah, they're coming out next month. They're beautiful.
What's this one here?
These are the ones. These are the pro fight gloves. They're oh man, these will do some damage. I think you'll see a lot of.
Do you want to give me a body shot with one of them ones?
I would love to. Nothing more. You literally feel. I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but oh man, there's nothing in them. They are proper punchers gloves. Loads of pros will be wearing these very soon, I think, because they'll just. They do damage, definitely. They're up there with Cleto Rays. I've not actually seen the Grant fight gloves, but honestly, they're just perfection.
Well, you reviewed these gloves. Has anyone been on it yet since the review to
Aye.
get them some stocked up?
100%, yeah. We've got pre-orders coming in already for them, so the stock's they're getting a massive order in, and then that's it till like February, March time for Adidas. So everyone's going to jump on them as soon as they come in.
You know, I'm all about looking good, So these white ones here, they're sort of my sort of style, I think.
That's the ones. That's got Andrew McCART written all over them. We'll sort out your pre-order before you go.
Good stuff. But like I say, your gym, you're not just gloves and boots. You've got other stuff there. You've got stuff for coaches as well. You've got pads over here.
Yeah. Again, these are brand new out from Ringside. This is their new Air pads that have just came out last week. They're twice as thick as the old original ones, which were best sellers.
Billy Nelson likes these pads.
He loves those pads. But these are a winner. These are the best pads Ringside have made. They're twice as thick, very lightweight, absorb all the impact of the punches. Nice Velcro strap on the back, very well padded to protect the hands. And they look class as well. Again, some coaches don't like to be too bright and flash and colourful, but this is a good way of having something that's a bit different in the army green colour, but not going to like stand out too much, like white and gold and stuff. It's not everyone's cup of tea in coaching. So yeah, they're an absolute winner. And then the best pads on the market, in my opinion, the Sting Vipers. Floyd Mayweather Senior wears them. He loves them. I've seen him using them loads of times in countless videos.
What's the price range on them?
100 quid. Yeah, they're brilliant. I say they're the best pads. I'm sorry, I'm excluding the winning Air pads, the big red circle ones.
Yeah.
They're the ones.
I've seen a lot of coaches use them ones. I think Danny Vaughan uses them
as well. He's got them, they're beautiful
Danny Vaughan's
pads.
got every single pad you can imagine. So I'd imagine if there's pads out there, Danny Vaughan's got them.
100%. They're beautiful pads, those Air pads. I've done a review on them as well, and they're the best pads in the world in my opinion. These are the close second, and I love those Ringside Air pads as well. They're
good
beautiful.
Stuff.
So yeah.
Head guards,
guards.
You stock up on quite a lot of stuff, which is good to see.
Definitely, try and keep the shop as stocked up as possible. We've got the Scottish title belts just there.
Oh, so, see, this is what I want to talk about, because this is just a couple. Look at that, the championship.
If I could win one of these, I'd be quite happy.
Yeah, well, you never know. Is there a senior fight pass? A couple, maybe 3-4 years ago, I think the ABA's down in England, they won a belt.
Yeah, they do.
The champion, but we gave out a trophy, didn't we?
Medals
and trophies and stuff like that 3-4 years ago. But you've come in, probably spent your own money to provide a belt so the kids that won the Scottish title can get this lovely belt here. I mean, why? Why did you do that? Is this something that you felt like needed to be done?
Aye, we were kickstarting our relationship with Boxing Scotland. I always wanted to work with Boxing Scotland and get along to the championships and sort of get a stall set up and everything. And with all due respect to Boxing Scotland, I knew there'd be a cost involved in that because they're a business, but I didn't want to just pay money to them and for it to just get lost in a bank account somewhere. I wanted to give something back to the boxers that would be seen and give them something back for all their hard work. And I noticed what they were getting as the elites were getting as a winning prize for winning the elites, and I thought, man, why is nobody doing a belt or anything like that? But obviously budgets get put elsewhere and it's difficult to be able to spend the money on them because they're not cheap. So I designed these from scratch, sourced the supplier, and I sort of said to Boxing Scotland, why don't you let me come along with my stall at the championships and I'll get the belts made up, I'll pay for all of that. And we've been doing it 3 years now and it's brilliant. We have a brilliant working relationship. They're
absolutely
great bunch of guys, and the boxers love them. They get amazing feedback.
Well, that's the thing. If you're a boxer, you don't want a trophy, you want a belt.
Definitely.
And that's even at the amateur level, do you know what I mean? Professionals win belts, so it's good to see the young kids coming through winning a belt like this. Can we get a quick look at it?
There we go. It's, this is the one we done this year. They're usually blue and white, but we done them white to celebrate the shop's 5th birthday this year. We done this year's one in an all white colour just as a one-off.
Is this the blue one there?
That's the original one, yeah. That was the first one. We got nice fur backing on it and everything. So yeah, that was the original one we done.
Pal. Yeah, so like I said, that's what I wanted to talk about as well in this interview, was obviously the belt, because I think it's good that young amateurs coming through, they get to win a belt. I mean, I don't know, it's boxing, isn't it? You win belts in boxing, so I mean, like I said to you, fair play to you and well done for you to bringing that in for the kids to obviously win. So what else do you sell? There's gum shields over there. I mean, you actually gave me a gum shield for that time I was sparring.
If anyone's looking for a good gum shield, the Oprah Power, let's go for the Scotland one.
Let's go for the Scotland one. That's the one you gave me,
that's
which
the one.
I couldn't thank you enough for, because and I'm going to do a wee sales pitch. I moulded it in and it would not come out my mouth. It stuck there when I was sparring. I had to physically rip it out. Some gum shields that you mould yourself, they slip and whatnot, but these All Pro ones absolutely done the damage, which is brilliant.
It's the best self-fitting gum shield on the market, bar none. I prefer it to my dentist one, and I'm not just saying this because I sell them and I don't sell dentist gum shields. People come in and they say, I've spent 50, 60, 70 quid on a dentist gum shield. It's like, this is just as good, and that's guaranteed. So yeah, this is a winner. If anyone's looking for a good gum shield, go for the PowerFit one.
And go for the even if you're English, go for the Scotland one.
100%. Yeah. And then I've got my autograph cabinet over there. I've got some brilliant signatures.
Break it down then. Break it down.
Yeah, some good
Who's
names.
That
guy? That's Floyd Mayweather.
Well,
and the guy next to him, that's me.
Oh,
yeah. So I met Mayweather at an event a few years ago. We've got some the
legend that is Ken Buchanan in there.
Absolutely. We've got a one-off Josh Taylor signed glove as well from the Commonwealth Games with a commemorative gold medal winner strap. These are one of a kind, signed by him, so these are really cool stuff. Fight worn UFC
£1,000 worth in this cabinet, is it?
One day, mate, that's my retirement fund. If seconds out all goes wrong, then I'll sell all that and make a fortune.
Exactly, go and live in the Caribbean somewhere.
100%.
Well, there's a big picture of Ken Buchanan up there. I mean, like, I say this to everybody, and I probably am being biased, and I'm probably got my Scotland hat on, but for me, Ken Buchanan is the greatest boxer to come from this island, and I'll give you a reason why I think that is because out of 64 fights Ken Buchanan had, he only fought 4 times in Scotland. He won every single one of his belts away from home, the British, the European, and his world titles, all in the opponent's backyard. So that's the reason why I think.
Who else has done that?
No, I don't think anyone has. Probably there might have been, but if anyone does, leave a comment.
100%.
Don't say I'm a baldy Scottish. No, I mean, leave a nice comment and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, Ken Buchanan is the best boxer coming from this island. I mean, it was the 60s when he fought, and the 70s and whatnot, but if you can go back and watch some of his fights if they're out there, do it. But
I think he's the best British boxer of all time, 100%. And I've read a few articles from Boxing News and stuff like that, a few respected websites, and a couple of guys agree with it as well, to say the same thing about him. And his jab was just beautiful jab. Beautiful, like just to go away from home and box away from home so often and be so successful.
I think it was 64 fights he had.
It must have been right.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Unbelievable. So, giving it the Scotland sales pitch here, but if you like your boxing history, go back and watch Ken Buchanan. He's a
Big Daddy Bunce sings his praises, which is good to see.
Yeah,
definitely. Big Bunce, he does it. But so I think that's the shop. You've got a couple of good fight posters from Alex Arthur there.
It's all signed by him as well. I'm just waiting on where's the one where that's the one with Ricky Burns up at the top there. I'm waiting for the day I can meet Ricky Burns and get that signed as well.
Ricky Burns there.
If he's watching this video, then I'd love to get that poster signed by him as well. We've got a Pacquiao signed poster as well I'm a massive Ricky Hatton fan, so I feel this is like bittersweet, this picture.
What?
But yeah, certificate in there as well.
Authenticity.
Absolutely.
Hand wraps.
Absolutely.
Empire tape as well down the bottom there.
Yeah, a bit of CBD oil as
CBD
well.
oil up there.
Definitely, we spoke about that. Yeah. So it's good.
How is the shop going? I mean, you're doing well. I mean,
So,
you do sponsor some fighters. We all know Josh Taylor's one of your fighters that you sponsor. Come away from that. Like,
Sorry.
just a wee bit. That's better. So Josh Taylor's one of the guys you sponsor. You've looked after Josh since you opened the shop.
Yeah, that's right. He opened the shop for me actually before I even sponsored him. You know, he came along and opened the shop for me. He just won gold at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Opened the shop for me. About a month after that, I started sponsoring him, and then he turned pro a few months later, and he's exploded. Obviously, super loyal. I mean, it's probably one thing you don't see when he's just boxing in the ring and stuff. He's such a loyal guy. You know. We're still a relatively small shop and stuff. I'm sure he gets bombarded with offers and things of people offering him kit and all that, and he's still wearing he's world champion. He's still wearing my t-shirts in the gym and everything. You know, seconds out, you know, he's a great guy, lovely guy. I've got a lot of time for him, and I'd be lying if I said it didn't work in our favour that he's world champion as well. He's doing phenomenal. It's brilliant to see somebody from.
I've interviewed Josh in this very shop.
Yeah, that's
ahead
right.
of the Harley Davis fight.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I got some stick when we done our last interview for my prediction after predicting Josh would knock him out.
Right.
I was right, 100%.
You said Josh would stop O'Hara, and you were right.
I got some stick from the comments below and everything because O'Hara was the guy at the time. He was, and Josh just
blitzed him.
Different level.
It was a good fight. I was there. You were there as well.
Yeah, it was.
It was a good fight. But like I say, Josh, I think me and you both echo this, that we always thought that he would be world champion.
100%.
And he's done it. But is there any other fighters that you look after or help out, sort of thing?
Yeah, Sonny Edwards down south. We support him.
He's making some noise nowadays.
Oh man, absolutely. He's some kid, he's a character, honestly. What a guy. Such a talent as well. Future world champion guaranteed as well. He's, even his own brother who's world champion says he's the better brother, he's the more talented one. He said that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's on a couple of interviews. He said that. He said Sonny's the talented one, definitely. And so I've no doubt he'll be world champion. Lee McGregor as well. People may not have heard of him down south yet. They may have.
He's in the Edwards camp now.
He is. That's right. Training with Grant Smith down there. Brilliant camp they've got there. And again, another future world champion. In my opinion, we've got that Cash Farouk fight bubbling away nicely just now, just waiting to be announced up here.
When I give you a prediction and get some horrible comments underneath?
For that fight, do you know what I think that fight comes down to? I think it comes down to how much can Cash Farouk improve enough to compete with Lee McGregor at the time of the fight. I think his amateur success, pedigree, his experience fighting on the biggest stage in the pros. Cash, everyone says, is getting better every time, which he is. And if this fight maybe happened 2 or 3, 4 years down the line, I think he would have a better chance of beating Lee because the rapid improvements that he'd make would see it more competitive. But I think at the moment, if the fight happens now, which I hope it does, it'll be really competitive, really close. And I love Cash. I think he's a lovely guy. But I think Lee's amateur pedigree, I think he can, as long as he doesn't get torn into a scrap with Cash, I think he loves a scrap.
He's a good scrap, Lee.
100%. If he keeps it at range, uses his height, generally you see so often the similar sort of talent levels, a good big guy will beat a good little guy. So exactly. I think that's what it'll come down to.
I would ask, you said that you've been open 5 years now. It doesn't seem like that, because I think I remember coming in when I used to train down at Lock End and getting gloves and all that stuff off you. It doesn't even seem like it was 5 years ago.
Crazy, mate. It's just flown in. It's nuts. I can't believe it. From starting from nothing and having something,
Start from nothing, now we're here.
Exactly, 100%, and it's nuts. It's just, I'm loving it. I'm loving the journey. I'm loving being employed for myself. I'm loving the industry, the people, the boxers, seeing the shop grow. There's nothing better than watching something that you've created from nothing grow.
Manifested.
100%. It's crazy, and I get orders in online and stuff down south and in Europe and all over the world. I'm like, this is crazy. How are they finding my website? Why are they shopping with me? It's nuts. We must be doing something right. It's crazy. People asking about buying our t-shirts and stuff. It's crazy. It's just nuts. But it's good. It's very humbling. The support we get is amazing. It's brilliant. I love it.
Why open a fight store? You said that your background's Muay Thai, but not many people do Muay Thai. It's not a massive sport here in the UK. So why? In yourself, you probably had a good job. I don't know what you did beforehand.
Worked for Mars, the chocolate company. Mars Bar. I worked for them for about 8, 10 years. Is that what you got braces? You've been doing Mars bars? I was wondering if that would come up. I've had these in about a week now. Fucking nightmare, honestly. But
listen, you're speaking quite well, so I was at a spot. I was going to expect a lift or something.
I'm glad we couldn't do this last week, by the way, because my mouth was all swollen. I could barely talk. It was a nightmare. So I much
I knew that's why I held off.
Yeah.
So why open the shop then, Ross? If you don't mind, why did you decide to sort of put all your eggs in one basket and go for it?
I'll give you the true story behind it, and I guess because it's quite topical in boxing. I was in my job at Mars. I was happy and doing well, and there was like a change in management and changes of ways of working, and I didn't react well to it. I didn't like that way of working, and I didn't start enjoying my job. My personal life in terms of relationships and things wasn't brilliant, so I wasn't enjoying my job, I wasn't enjoying my personal life. I've always had a brilliant family and friends around me, but my personal life was terrible. My job was terrible, and it just started like a downward spiral. And this was maybe about 2012, and I sat down with my manager one time and we were speaking about why my performance had dropped so much, and he was like, I told him everything. I just opened up to him because I knew I was on the verge of losing my job because they didn't know what was going on. And he said, it sounds like you've like the signs of depression. And this was, as I said, this was about 2012, so there wasn't celebrities talking about Tyson Fury and guys like that coming out and talking, and nobody was talking about mental health then. So I was like, depression, like,
it's a stigma, isn't it?
It was, and people were suffering with it, but nobody was talking about that at the time. And so I didn't really know much about it. I was like, what? Surely, but what have I got to be depressed about, you know? And when I thought about it more and I analysed it, I watched some YouTube videos of people that were going through that sort of thing, and I was like, geez, they've got the same symptoms as me, you know, not wanting to get out of bed in the morning, just not wanting to face the world, and thoughts of suicide and stuff, and just that downward spiral going down and down, and it was awful, mate, honestly. I wouldn't wish it on anyone ever. It's it was just terrible. I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. I didn't want to do the job that I used to love doing. I just couldn't face anyone. I didn't want to be around my friends. I'd bumped them for nights out and events and stuff. I bumped a wedding. My friends were getting married, and I got invited to the reception, and I didn't go to it, 'cause, you know,
it's hard to face people like if you feel like that. Even your friends that you've known for years, it's hard to go and see them smile and then be happy, and in the back of your mind you aren't feeling like that. So it's kind of difficult for you even just to face them. I know how you feel. So
we've spoke about your battles as well, and your struggles, and you know, people are so much better about talking about it now than they were before. But I knew something had to change. I started going for therapy and stuff, doing something called CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy.
The oil you're selling.
That's the oil, I know, absolutely. Yeah, it's CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, and it's a way of talking to help you feel better. So we started doing that, started taking medication and stuff. I didn't really want to, but that did help temporarily. And we were just sort of I was working with my manager, and we were trying to decide what was next, how to stop this downward spiral. It was one of the biggest things I took away from having my 2 years of depression, was how to stop that downward spiral. Because if I didn't stop it, you know, I would have just kept going, and I had thoughts of suicide, and I don't think I would have ever went through with it. I planned it out, you know. I had in my head, it sounds so stupid now because you're so much better, thinking about it now. Back then, but I thought about just, you know, going down to the beach and just walking out into the water and never coming back, and to do that, to like even think about doing that now is.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ross, but see, from listening to you talk about this, you can see how painful it is, because you've been so joyful walking around the shop, smiling, how happy you are now. Just show me the shop, show me the boots, the gloves, the signed pictures you've got, and then obviously talking about this now, you can see how much
it does.
Your life.
It does bring back the memories and the thoughts of it. You know, I went for other job interviews and stuff, and you know, I'd get back. I wasn't getting the jobs, and I kept beating myself up even more. And I'd come back home, and without getting the interview, and I'd just like put chippies and fizzy juice, and I've never told anyone I'd done this ever. Honestly, I don't know why I'm saying this now, but I'd like physically hit myself, I'd like slap myself and punch myself and call myself worthless and pathetic, and you know, you're nothing. You know, if you saw somebody saying that to somebody in the street, you go over to them and say, fuck you doing? You know, you just wouldn't even think about saying that to anybody else, so why say it to yourself, you know? But it just seemed like that was such an accurate representation of who I was at the time and what I thought of myself, and it went like that for a while, and the medication helped a wee bit, and it got to the stage where I was leaving my job and I wasn't getting these job interviews, and I thought, fuck, this isn't happening. What am I going to do with myself? I've got a mortgage to pay, I've got bills to pay, like. And then this idea popped into my head, like, I was like, back in the day, when I was about 21, 22, when I started Muay Thai, me and my mate joked, I was like, somebody should open a fight store in Edinburgh. I thought, man, this could be it. Maybe this is the universe giving me a sign. Maybe I'm not meant to do something else. Maybe I'm supposed to do something like this. And I thought, fuck it, let's do it. And I'd done it, I planned it all out, and that was it. Went ahead with it, decided. We got to that stage where I was doing all my planning, And my manager was amazing. He still is. He's my business mentor. He's a really great friend of mine to this day. I go down and see him in Manchester. He's honestly what help he's been to me. And I set the business up, and that was it. Just decided that I got to the point of doing all the prep where I couldn't do any more prep without making that decision, that commitment to do this. It was make or break time, sink or swim. What are we going to do? Are we doing this or not? What's happening?
It's a big leap, like, to be honest, because a fight store, how many people that fight in the whole of Scotland? Do you know what I mean? It's one of the things that there's only 4 or 5 boxing gyms, pure boxing gyms in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Same amount, maybe a wee bit more in Glasgow. You know what I mean? There's maybe 1 or 2 up north in the Highlands.
Yeah.
So it's a sink or swim moment, isn't
100%.
it? So
it's such a niche market. So that's the downside to it. Is you've not got that many people doing the sport. The good thing is, because it is a niche market, there's not many shops. Exactly. So you're not competing like JD and Sports Direct and all those guys. So, and I've worked my arse off over the 5 years, and I feel like a new man. I genuinely do. Honestly, the difference to what I was, it's so strange. The biggest regret I've got with having depression was never speaking to anyone about it. The hurt I saw in my mum and dad's eyes when I opened up to them and I told them was nothing I ever want to see again, because then they blamed themselves. They were like, why didn't we see it? How could we not see this in our own son? But when you've got depression, you become the best actor in the world. Honestly, you could compete with Brad Pitt, because you just put on this face.
Maybe not by looks.
No, maybe not.
By
100%. You just become this different person in front of your mates. You're feeling terrible and down and low, and you don't want to see anyone. Then when you do, it's like, right, fuck, can't let anyone see me like this, and nobody can see it. So, but the hurt I saw in their eyes for them not recognising it was nothing. I wish I just opened up to them earlier, and and
I think that's the message, Ross, isn't it? Speak out.
100%.
Speak up. If you're feeling low down, just speak to somebody. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's just a friend.
Especially, the people closest around you will always help you 100%, and if they don't, they shouldn't be in your life, but my friends were amazing. I told them, and they were more pissed off again that I never told them. But sooner, and as soon as I told them, it wasn't a feeling of regret that I've opened up about it. It was a feeling of, oh man, this massive, huge weight was off my shoulders, and I started to feel better. I described it as
a pressure cooker, like somebody went psst.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. All this pressure just building it.
That's a brilliant analogy. That's a brilliant analogy. That's I wouldn't have thought of that one. That's exactly what it was like. And it was from then, as soon as I started talking about it and being open about it, and I had the business plan getting done, and my mood started to change, and that downward spiral that kept going down and down and down suddenly just stopped for a bit. And that was it. It stopped. Didn't get better straight away, but then gradually it started to get better and better and better. And now, I've opened up my business, and it seems like such a crazy thing to say, but, in some ways, I'm glad I got depression, because if I didn't have depression, I wouldn't have had my business. I wouldn't have had this, not new personality, but I never had any confidence in myself before. Through my therapy, we realised I was also suffering with anxiety and low self-esteem. I considered myself worthless. I couldn't deserve anything, and we sort of addressed that, continuing to address that, and but so if I never went through that depression, I would never have this new feeling of confidence and new sort of want to put myself out there a lot more. So it's the weirdest thing to say, and I would never ever wish it on anybody. But if it wasn't for depression, I wouldn't be as happy as I am now. 100%.
Well, like I say, you've always got a smile on your face. Mikey Webb, come up here, mate.
Oh, I didn't even see him there. I didn't even see him.
Hey, how's it going, mate? Listen, I'm feeling emotional.
Well, the thing is, Mikey, you always, when you speak to me and Ross, you we're the two happiest guys, blah blah blah. So you walking into the store right now, you're probably thinking, what the fuck are these talking about?
I never, honestly, I would never have had an idea ever that you'd even been through that in the slightest. So
it was.
It is amazing what people can hide.
Definitely.
So.
Like you said, you become so good at hiding it, and people can't. Mum and Dad, I'm super close to my family. I love my family. We're very, very close. I go around there every Sunday for Sunday dinner to this day. Every Sunday, and we're so close. I go to the football. My dad, they didn't have a clue. And that's why I think it hurt them so much, and that's something I would never ever want to see again in their face. So yeah, definitely.
Well, the good thing is now is that you're smiling. You're always 100%. Smiling. And the good thing is I like to come to the shop because I always get free stuff.
Free stuff? Don't listen to him.
I'm joking, Mike. I don't get any free stuff.
It's funny.
Yeah, you can have that back.
I think hearing you speak about it as well, when you're saying about that downward spiral, I think a lot of people also get mixed up that they have to be at the absolute worst point for it to be the point where they speak up, and it's like, well, actually, as soon as you initially start having some of those feelings, anxiety or depression, the sooner you speak about it, the sooner you accept it.
Definitely.
You'll then start to maybe we'll never get to that. It
won't manifest into something worse.
Definitely.
And I think as people understanding that,
we're much better at recognising the symptoms now. You know, when I don't know if you were in at the time, but when my
you
symptoms
didn't even notice
started,
Mikey coming in?
No, I just had a quick glance. I saw somebody coming in, but you know, I didn't know whether we were going to edit or keep going. You know, I wanted to keep talking about it because I've never really, I've spoke bits and pieces here and there, put the odd post up about it, but I've never really went in depth. This guy's normal, just like me, and he's got depression, and this girl here, she's the same as me. She's just got a job and, you know, a family that love her and that. So it made me feel a lot better because I saw that there was regular people also going through it. It wasn't just, you know, it wasn't like weird people or you know, or massive celebrities. It was just regular, normal people. So I watched a lot of just not self-help, but people just talking about their depression on YouTube. And so I always wanted to do something like this, but I just never got around to it. And so it was, you know, I didn't specifically plan to go into that much detail, but you know,
I know, it was like 10 minutes almost. No, I'm joking. No, like I said, it's good to sort of like end the stigma sort of thing. That's the campaign that's out there, but it's good to talk about. I'm going to change the subject since Mikey. What's everyone's got their personal look? Mike Webb, personal training.
Brandon.
I'm just inspired by
I've not got my film stuff on, so I better point this round. So obviously we'll change it up a little bit. I mean, it's always good to talk, but I think since we've got Mikey here, who's probably the best pad man in Edinburgh, is that right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all.
Well, we're going to get the big fight tonight. This will go out before the fight tonight, Lomachenko Campbell. So if you, I think the vast majority of people are going to pick Lomachenko, so I'm not going to get you to say Lomachenko and get away scot-free. I want the round, how it ends, bloody blah, when you give me the exact prediction. I mean, you got the Harry Davis Josh Taylor fight, right? So,
I did. I
break it down. Let's do the Lomachenko Campbell.
I think it's going to be a much tougher fight than people think it's going to be for Lomachenko. I think Campbell is a completely different fighter. You know, he had the struggles with his dad, I think it was, before. You know, how you can't fight in a good frame of mind when you're going through something like that. So I think he's got a fresh mind now. He's got a new trainer. I think that he's got the amateur pedigree. I think this is going to be a tough fight. He's got the height, the range, the boxing ability. I still think Lomachenko will win, don't get me wrong, but I think he'll push him to say round 9. I think it'll be a mid to late stoppage for Lomachenko, but Campbell's going to give a brilliant account of himself and come out of this with his head held high. So I think it'll be a really competitive fight for a bit, but ultimately Lomachenko is just a different animal.
IFL TV debut for you, Mike?
Absolutely. I'm going to go with, well, I actually agree completely.
No, don't give me that.
But I think the height's going to be an issue to begin with early on, but I'm saying Lomachenko
solves the puzzle and then
7th round stoppage, body. I think body's going to be the key to the fight for him. I think he'll win it by a body shot. I think early rounds, I think you're right. I think Campbell will dictate a little bit while he susses it out, and then I think he'll start to take over from 4 or 5. And then it'll be over 7 body shot.
That's the predictions.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, listen, if yous are wrong, feel free to leave all the horrible comments.
With these braces, I'm setting them up. Yeah, there we go.
Another thing as well, though, you've got to think about the Linares. I think Lomachenko's done better jobs on better fighters. So I do like Campbell. I just don't see him doing this one.
There you go. Well, guys, I won't keep you much longer. What are you here for, Mike? Anyway,
spend some money.
Spend some money in the shop, but now apparently you don't have to. So that's
just like option, mate. Right, Ross. Again, thanks very much for doing this for IFL TV, and obviously, well done to you for setting this shop up. Like I said, for this to be in Scotland, for the fighters in Scotland now, because the boxing is coming along, no more and more kids. We just had a young kid in here buy 2 sets of gloves off you for his first fight, amateur fight. So well done to you for setting up the shop.
Thank
5 years down the line, still going strong, only to get better. Mikey, just keep being Mikey.
That's it.